Hey friends, welcome to another episode of Find Your Friends with Island Jason. I'm up here, I'd say probably around 1,000 meters of elevation, maybe 50, not 1,500, not quite 1,500, at least 1,000 meters anyways. You can see the tops of the hills. It's quite a moving view. I came out here today to build a shelter in the rain, but unfortunately it stopped raining. So I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm going to change the plans here. I'm going to put together a little fire, have a little bit of tea and a little bit of lunch, and yeah, I don't know. There's not really much to do up here. The way I was planning to go to the lake I was planning to go to, I just don't think that the road's passable. It was quite the adventure to get up here, so I don't know. We'll see. And I'm also hoping that my SD card holds out because it seems to be okay, but I don't know. The other day it didn't work. So anyways, I'm going to set up and catch you in a minute here. Got a little A-frame shelter set up. Enough to keep me out of the rain for a bit. So I'm just going to set up some of my gear. First thing I'm going to go for, I think, is my chair. Got my cup this time. Smart enough to remember that. This little chair is actually quite handy. I bought it because my wife and I were doing quite a bit of remote beach hiking, and we found that just sitting on beech wood or logs or whatever was extremely uncomfortable, especially after, for a couple of days or if it's cold or whatever. So we picked these up, and so far, I mean, we've had them for a few years now, and I'm sure lots of other people have these as well. But something like this where you just kind of want to come out and quickly set up a chair. You don't want to spend a lot of space in your vehicle trying to store said chair. I mean, I have better chairs, but yeah, this one's kind of handy. Quick setup, as you can see. Just snaps together, and that's about it. There. So I got a chair. And I got a butt pad for my chair. Perfect. Okay. Now, cheated a bit today. I bought some nice dry tinder for my fire. Actually, a fella gave me this the other day, a whole box of it. I guess he was handicapped fella. He was making it to sell, and I don't know. I guess he couldn't sell it or whatever. He gave me a whole apple box full of it. So I'm not going to hesitate to use it, rather than trying to cut down any more trees out here. It's probably not the best thing to be doing, but this will get me going for a fire at least, anyways, and then I can cook. I got some smokies, and I'm going to try and make a pot of tea. So that's what this is. Ooh, they're still frozen. Okay. What do I got in here? I got a ferro rod and some Find Your Friends with Island Jason pocket packs. I think we'll use those today. I like demonstrating how well they work, because I see people, like, it's such a simple thing to have, yet we all seem to like to struggle with trying to find tinder supply when we can simply use one of these. This will be a good opportunity to practice making feather sticks. I gotta move my chair back a little bit. There. It's a nice straight grain cedar. Lots of people like to leave their feathers attached to the stick. I don't know if that really makes a difference. I mean, you can, but yeah, that's sort of what you're trying to accomplish. Get these feathers. don't want to cut my boot. This knife is very sharp. So those are, I think those will probably work pretty good for a feather stick. But I'm gonna baton some pieces here a bit smaller. I do have my hatchet, I could use that, but I like to baton. I need something to baton with. Here's a heavier one. Oh, there's something we can baton with. Actually, maybe I'll use that as a platform. Just hang on. I'm pretty remote up here. Like, I mean, I actually looked at my cell phone. I do have 1 bar of service, but so I mean, in an emergency, I guess you could get out, but or phone out. But I do have my ham radio with me as well, and I know that I could reach any repeaters that are around here with that. So if I did have an emergency, where, like, say I had a cut or something, then I could get some help at least. I also have a first aid kit in the truck. So I'll go through some of the stuff I'm carrying with me out here. Nothing too fancy. I didn't really have intentions of doing too much exciting today. I just kind of wanted to get out. My wife and her friend are off to Costco to spend money. So I thought I'd come out here and burn some gas and bust some bugs. And just have some smokies for lunch. This cedar just splits up so simply, so easily. So I don't think there's much point in showing you too much of that. I'm just going to make some splinters, some kindling. That right like that. So here's one of my Find Your Friends with Island Jason pocket packs. There's 8 fire cakes in a package here. They look just like this. No secret really to them. They're just a good fire starting assistant. So got my ferro rod right here, and you'll see it's really quite simple. 1 strike, it should do it. There we go. Is it burning? Yeah, there we go. That's simple. I mean, it doesn't get much easier than that. And then we can just get our fire going here. It would have turned out to be a beautiful day. It was really quite snotty this morning. And I guess maybe just coming up in the elevation got above the clouds. Knife away. I think it might be time for some more bank line. Getting low there. Oh, I never even used my feather stick. Oops. Move my vape out of the way. Let's chop that off. Just chop that off. Put that on there. It's pretty thick. Ow. All right, get the fire going. Pot holder here, so first thing I need is a Y branch, which I have right here. I probably want it about that high. Like that. Yeah, about yay high, I guess. We'll chop it off about here. Chop this one off here. Chop this one off here. Perfect. So there's my Y branch. Now, ow. Just put a little point on this. Not there. Let's try that. I'll just cap the edge so I don't kill it when I try to hammer it into the ground. Just like so. See if we can get this into the ground now. See right there. Ooh. My aim isn't what it used to be, obviously. Okay, so now take this other one that I cut off here. We will delimit. Okay, perfect. And let's just cut it off right about, I don't know, here. Like so. All right, here we go. Now let's get that water boiling. Okay, get some fresh water in there. Oh, stand up. That's my problem with this skinny little bottle is sometimes it's hard to get to stand up. Some water. Keep the lid over here by my pack so I don't lose it. Maybe we should put another piece of wood on here. Okay, piece of wire on there. Okay, I'm going to shorten up this wire a bit. I don't want it to be spilling on my... And then I need a big rock, which oh, there's my ferro rod. Put that up, don't lose it. Take this big rock. Put that on the end of my stick to keep it up. I guess I didn't have to make it that short. Here, let's try it on this side. It's pretty close. Ooh, moss going in there. Let me move the fire over just a touch. Okay, we've got water boiling. And smoky red cedar to go with it. You can see there's some beer cans down there. Somebody else has already been up here, I guess. Quite a gorgeous view though. Can't quite see it because it's behind the trees, but right over there is Mount Klitza. It's a pretty tall mountain. And then between the mountains there, you can see way out there, that's Mount Nemint, I believe. Actually, maybe that's Mount Nemint. That might be 50-40 over there. Yeah, I think that's Mount Nemint. Sometimes it's hard to tell when you're way out here like this. Okay, I think I'm gonna get busy cooking some wieners now. Oh, these things are probably still frozen. Well, you can just feel the heat pouring into my little shelter here. I can hear a rig. All right. Well, let's see about... Oh, they're still frozen solid. They'll melt. They'll thaw. Put it by the fire, maybe. I think I might... I'll go for one for now. You don't typically eat a lot of that kind of thing, but I had them in the freezer. I was gonna stop and grab a steak, and then I thought, save your money. Go for the hot dog. So, stick this through there like that. I found this hot dog stick. I was making a video one day, and boom, there it was, leaned up against a tree. I didn't expect anybody else to even be there, but apparently I was wrong. So let's see if we can utilize my, maybe not, I was hoping I could get a double. Well, there you go. That might hold it. I mean, if it was blowing and windy, you probably wouldn't want this type of a shelter, but being that it's pretty mellow today, I think this will do. Hopefully the water's getting enough heat there. So I've had a YouTube channel now for, I guess, just about a year, maybe a bit more than a year. Yeah, a bit more than a year, I guess. And when I first started off, I would do like this coffee with Island Jason, like Sunday mornings. And I started, I think, during the winter because I wasn't able to get out too much. So what I was doing is I was interviewing other people who had the similar interests as I did, you know, the bushcraft interest. And I met quite a few interesting people through that. Talked to some people, you know, things like everyday carry items, homesteading, food preservation, preparation, sort of thing. We talked about all kinds of different topics. We tried to keep it out of the politics and out of religion and whatnot, and for obvious reasons. And, you know, I guess that's still probably a good idea. I don't always follow that because I am kind of opinionated about certain things. But anyways, back to the YouTube channel. Some people may not realize, but in order to become into the YouTube partnership program, you need to achieve 4,000 watch hours. You also need to have 1,000 subscribers. Currently, my channel is at 464 or 465. I get a couple every week. I appreciate that. I lose some, gain some. It's a kind of a slow game. But I'm rolling over that 1 year anniversary, and I'm watching my watch time hours drop off because it's 4,000 watch time hours in the previous 365 days. And I know, like, I watched 1,000 watch time hours disappear in the last week. So it's kind of discouraging. So what I've done is I've decided to say piss on it. I'm just going to do my own thing. I'm not going to worry about that YouTube algorithm. You're not going to make any money doing this. So, you know, I do it for the love of the wilderness and the challenges that I can put towards myself. You know, come out here, and this is really simple stuff. I mean, this isn't by any means advanced or any of that thing, but the idea of playing with my, you know, my gear. I got my saws and I got my axes and my knives and my bushcraft tools, and, you know, and I really enjoy playing with them. And, you know, I camp a lot with my wife too, but, you know, she's not really into these things. She doesn't really like being on the camera too much. And so when I come out by myself, then this is pretty much what I get to do. So I don't know if my channel's going to change much. I mean, I kind of just make my own stuff anyways, but I think going forward, I'm just going to focus more on getting out and trying to produce content that satisfies me, and hopefully my subscribers also enjoy it. But, you know, if they don't, then there's a little button at the bottom that says unsubscribe, and yeah, I guess you can unsubscribe. But yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to touch on that. I mean, I was listening to another guy this morning, and he was talking about, you know, just going out in the woods and getting, you know, something inside you, like connecting with your ancestral, I don't know. There's something about being out in the woods that calls to me. Like, this is sort of, I've been doing this since I was, you know, old enough to go outside and play, basically, and you know, I'll be 50 this year, and, you know, I think about half a century of enjoying and respecting and appreciating the nature. Yeah. And then today, to just kind of come up here and reflect on, you know, I'm looking across at the mountain and I see a giant waterfall. I see snow-capped peaks. You know, it's November 1st. It's obviously, as you can see, I'm in a t-shirt, so it's not that cold. I don't know, maybe 10, 12 degrees or something. Obviously, I got some heat coming in from my fire, but I don't know. I see like a lot of crazy shit happening especially in our country, and even in other countries, you know, in Europe and the UK and whatnot. And you know, honestly, it kind of terrifies me. It scares me of where we've let things get to. You know, in our country, I think that our government has conspired to work against the people that are here. We have First Nations who've been here for, since time immemorial, and then, my ancestors were obviously English, and they emigrated here in probably the early 1800s. I don't know the exact time they came, but I know that I'm about 6 or 7 generations living in Canada, my family. And what I see happening is that we have a lot of people coming into our country that, when I was growing up, there was different cultures, there was different, groups, ethnicities, and races. And they were, for the most part, good people. They would come in and, I'd be friends with them. I'd play ball hockey, or, go over to their house for ethnic meals. I remember eating roti and, naan bread and, these ethnic Indian foods. And, that was pretty cool as a youngster. I guess it was sort of a precursor to where we're at today, because now when I walk around, all I see is people that I don't recognize, that I don't know, frankly, that I have a difficult time trusting. I see in the media, there's so many, I don't know if they're stereotypes or what are they, but there's obviously an issue in our country and others with the migration of others coming here. And I don't know if it's that they're lower class of people, or if it's just that they just have a different way of living. I don't know, but I'm afraid for our country. I think the way that it was is all but over. I mean, there's nothing to stop it. I have friends who call themselves nationalists. They believe in Canada for Canadians, and I haven't distanced myself, but I haven't really participated in that because of fear of judgment, fear of they might be wrong, but I also fear that they might be right. I also fear that if I don't do something about it, and you don't do something about it, or nobody does anything about it, then our beautiful children are just going to be left with a slop heap, former, like, just a, it's just not going to be good anyway. So I was watching my grandson yesterday get ready, all excited to go out trick-or-treating for Halloween, and and it saddens me that I don't think that that's going to exist for much longer. I mean, see, everybody's got money for Walmart decorations, and they can put up their Halloween stuff in their front yard and make it look all spooky, and but it's just a symptom of the disease that I think our country's going through right now. Man, I'm just yammering on here, waiting for my tea to boil. Probably boring you. So maybe I'll just shut this off for a second and try and get that smoky a little closer to the fire. Wind's picking up a little bit. Look at that mountain. Beautiful, isn't it? That snowfall is just from the last few days. It really hasn't been there very long, so it's quite beautiful. But yeah, that wind is definitely chilly when you get up here. I'm at quite a bit of elevation here. I'm gonna have to check my map app and see what we're actually at. But see, I'm not even far from my Jeep. I just pulled over there. Yes, I have a chainsaw because I'm an old man, but I also have my silky gone boy, which I should pick up before it gets wrecked. Put it back there. Oh yeah, back in my chair. Oh. Oh. Camera got disconnected there. Ooh, smoky. Smoke keeps coming in. Might have to get that bottle a little bit closer to the flames. Shorten this wire up, and I probably shouldn't have. So yeah, I'll unshorten it. Unshortened, if that's even a thing. There we go. Now it's closer to the flames. Now it's going to steam my smoky at the same time. Got a few raindrops now. Ooh, that water's still not boiling. It's taking a while. Really enjoy how you can see the different light shades hitting the mountain, different elevations, different hillsides and valleys and draws, and the clouds. Yeah, it's quite impressive. I'm really glad I came out here today. I wasn't going to. It was so rainy this morning. I wasn't going to. Thought maybe I might damage my camera or my SD card again. But this time I'm recording on internal memory on my camera. It's got about 30 gigs worth of internal memory, and I can transfer it to the SD card if I want to. But I don't know, man. I think I'm gonna have to order a new one, because there's nothing worse than making a video and losing all the footage before you even get a chance to review it. Yeah. Oh, there's the wind. Ooh, she's getting sunny now. That's weird. The water's still not boiling. Not a lot of heat off this kind of firewood, I guess. Ooh. I think I'm going to take my rain pants off. How's that for a view, hey? Pretty incredible. Pretty incredible. Today we're going to go with some, oh man, you probably can't even see that, some Twinings Earl Grey tea. That's what we'll be having today. And set this up right here so you can watch me enjoy it. Recording with my phone now. My camera battery is dead, so I'm recharging it and transferring files so I don't lose them from the USB cord. Ooh, she's probably hot. Better grab some to tip it with. Perfect. Ooh. Let that steep for a minute. Oops. Oh, there goes the paper fell off this tea bag. Oh, look at this, smoky. Okay. And you're gonna have to excuse me, but I'm a pig. I like to eat mustard on mine. Big old squirt of mustard on there. No, I thought I had a fork in here. Nope. Hope I didn't lose my fork. There it is. Found it. Whoa. Hopefully it's cooked. It was raw in the middle. That didn't really work. I was hoping it would wash them. Bushcraft dishes, dishwashing. Ooh, that's hot. There we go. Gotta get out of this smoke here. Let's give this tea a shot. Oh, I love Earl Grey tea. Man, it's just been raining like crazy for the last couple of weeks. Haven't really had much for sun. As you can see, all the clouds below me here, which probably means they're not getting any sun down there. So, yeah, it's great. Dishes are done. I think I'll be up here again. It's a nice little spot. Fire's out. Let's get out of here. I think it's quite a long trail back down the hill. It's probably one of the roughest roads I've taken my Jeep in a long time. So, hey, so if you've made it this far, I appreciate you watching my video. It's a beautiful day today. Glad I could share it with you. You know, maybe go down into the comments and let me know if you feel the same way I do about how things are going crazy, and sometimes you just need to get out in the woods and reconnect with yourself. So if that's you, if you're like me, let me know down in the comments. If you like this video and you want to see more of my stuff, please take in consideration that it really helps if you watch the video, like the video, and if you got time, you can subscribe. So you know what I say, stay dirty, stay dusty, and stay in the bush. Jason out. Let's get down this hill.
To make good. When the Saxon began to hate, they were not easily moved. They were icy, willing to wait till every count should be proved. Yeah, the Saxon began to hate. Their voices were even and low. Their eyes were level and straight. There was neither sign nor show when the Saxon began to hate. It was not preached to the crowd. It was not taught by the state. No man spoke it aloud when the Saxon began to hate. It was not suddenly bred. It will not swiftly abate through the chill years ahead, when time shall count from the date that the Saxon began to hate.